السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. أهلا بكم في برنامج قريبا نيوكاسلي مع صديقنا ديف من نيوكاسل. Welcome lads and lasses to soon to be toon with our friend Dave. Welcome mate.
Hi, fine lad. I hope everybody's okay.
Everything is great and you don't have to mute because everything is good now.
Okay.
So what you have, Dave?
We're finally underway. We've obviously had it confirmed by Jamie Rubin earlier on tonight that we've agreed terms with Brighton, and Dan Ashworth is effectively the first signing of the season, even though he is just coming in as the sporting director. Now, this will be a fantastic move for Newcastle. The guy's got a really good background, and he can negotiate deals for decent players. So, and he also
not just for the academy, the big players.
Yeah, it's also for the players, and he's going to be he'll be getting involved with the selection of new players along with Eddie Howe. Him and Eddie will work close together, and also about developing the training structure, building up the training regime, building up the academy. So it's a sporting director rather than just being the football director. So he's going to be getting involved with a lot of issues around behind the scenes with Newcastle, and obviously he's going to be on the board as well. He's going to be working with Dad and Amanda. So yes, I think it's a really good signing, and I think he may be one of the signings of the summer as far as a lot of fans are concerned, because he'll be able to do so much with Newcastle United and with Eddie Howe behind the scenes. So it'll be a fantastic move for us as a team going forward.
طبعا ديف يقول انه يعني الكثير طبعا تحدث عن دان اشورث، قيمته الفنيه، صح يعني هو اول تعاقد لكن مش لاعب، لكن دان اشورث يعني خبير رياضي، عنده خبره في جلب اللاعبين الاسماء الكبيره، عنده قدره على التفاوض معهم، عنده علاقات جيده مع لاعبين كبار، عنده قدره على تطوير اللاعبين الشباب، تطوير الاكاديميات، الاتجاه الرياضي، التطوير الاقتصادي بشكل عام. ايضا انه يعني راح ينضم يعني لمجلس الاداره الكبيره في نيوكاسل، يعني نظير الخبره التي يمتلكها وتجارب سابقه له مع المنتخب الانجليزي وبرايتون، يعني تشهد نجاحه في هذا المجال. Okay, Dave, why do you think the fans excited?
Because the fans are excited because they know what he's done. You've seen what's happened to Brighton in the last few years. Brighton have really improved, and they finished in ninth, I think 8th or 9th this season now, and they've got a good manager who he was working with, and he was able to identify players that are needed and also support the manager in developing younger players. And they've actually, Brighton have done far better than anybody thought they would do in the seasons that they've been in the Premier League recently. So it'll be interesting to see how they progress now, because they've appointed David Weir as their sporting director now. So I think Dan Ashworth will be a really, really good signing for us, because, like I say, he's going to be helpful. We're developing. We've got to look to this. We're looking for the future. We're not just going to be bringing players in aged 31 who are going to be here for 1 or 2 seasons. No, we're going to have to be developing players who are going to be here for the long term. We're going to need to sign the players like the Ekitikes. We need the younger players. We need those players to be coming through, because we need to do what Chelsea did. Roman Abramovich said after so many years he would not fund Chelsea's transfers any further. All the transfers would have to be either homegrown or they have to be players that make the money themselves, which is exactly what they've done. They have helped out a little bit, but Chelsea have created their own. They've been able to build their own funds by developing. They had a very, very good structure under Mourinho, and all that was, had a great structure under Mourinho and developing the younger players, which is what Dan Ashworth can do for us. He's going to be able to do that, develop the younger players, but also bring in those highly respected top name players from around the world.
طبعا
So I
ديف
think it's a big deal for us.
طبعا سأل ديف انه ليش الاهتمام الكبير ب وفرحة الجماهير يعني بقدوم دان اشورث. يعني في النهاية هو مش لاعب، هو مدير رياضي. لا يعني بالعادة ما نسمع يعني هذا الصخب لما يعني مجرد مدير رياضي. لكن ديف يقول يعني شفت انه طور برايتون تطوير كبير، يعرف او يجيد اختيار اللاعبين اللي يحتاجهم الفريق، وحول برايتون يعني من فريق يعني من امكانيات يعني ضعيفه الى فريق كبير. والفتره الاخيره يعني دائما نشوفه في المراكز العشره الاولى. هذا بالنسبه لفريق برايتون. عنده قدره برضه على كبيره على التفاوض وجلب اللاعبين الفعلا مفيدين للفريق. هذا بالنسبه لي دان اشورث. تم تسويه. طبعا احنا تكلمنا في الموضوع انه تاخر الاعلان علشان المده المتبقيه في عقده السابق مع برايتون. تم التوصل الى اتفاقيه بانهاء العقد اللي مع برايتون وكتابه عقد جديد مع نيوكاسل. So that's for managerial level. Dave, what we have on the players?
Well, the thing on the players, we've obviously heard today that Stad Reims have told Ekitike he can now leave Stad Reims at the end of the season and he can move on for around £17 million. Now, that's very unusual because we were bidding between 25 and 30 million pound for him only 5 months ago, in January, and they were adamant they weren't going to release him. So what's changed? Why have they suddenly decided that he can go and certainly go for a lesser fee than they could have got in January? But that's got to be good for Newcastle. So let's hope that.
So who in the race to sign Ekitike? Just Newcastle, or
there's other teams in for him. There's teams abroad. There's rumours that Paris Saint-Germain wanted him. There's also rumours that Arsenal and Man United are looking at him. But I think we've got to be in the box seat because we were so interested in him in January. It gives us an advantage is that he already knows what the project's about. And
Dave, do you see the time bringing Dan Ashworth? That means Newcastle needing, and he needed this Dan Ashworth to come and bring the players, because as you see, we're taking much time in signings.
Yeah, I think we said the other day, once Dan Ashworth a deal was announced, we'd see a lot more deals announced straight afterwards. Because don't get me wrong, and I'm not saying I don't mean to disparage the guy in a way, but it's quite obvious he's been working out of contract. He's been in the background. He's probably been part of these deals, and
but he can't be officially or someone know he will be in trouble.
Now he can, but doesn't mean he hasn't been able to. Doesn't mean he hasn't been able to put the word in somebody's ear. So let's see what happens. It would be surprised me if suddenly tomorrow there's a couple of signings made tomorrow or a couple of signings made next week. I think I still think we have to wait until the 2nd of June. Until the 2nd of June, that's when we'll have to wait.
2nd of June is the bank holiday.
Yeah, but it's a bank holiday, but it's still but it's a bank holiday in the UK, but it's a bank holiday in Saudi.
No. I
Exactly.
mean, someone tell
Yeah,
me we get the date wrong again.
No, the 2nd of June. When's that? That is today is the 30th, 31st tomorrow, Tuesday, 1st, 2nd, Thursday or Friday, right? What's stopping us making the announcement in Saudi Arabia? Because it's not a bank holiday there. The announcement will be that the football strips have been confirmed as being to Story, and the sponsorship will be confirmed as. But this can all take place in Saudi Arabia. Give Saudi Arabia some credence, some there'll be a respect to Saudi Arabia. So those deals might happen because of that, and they've been announced in Saudi Arabia because PIF is a Saudi Arabian company. It's a Saudi Arabian fund. So the deals that get made could well be made in Saudi Arabia. Doesn't mean they get made here, but following that, that's when we'll sign the players. So I think there'll be a big fanfare announcements regarding the sponsorship, whether that's Saudi Gulf, whether it's Saudi Air, or whether it's Aramco, or whether it's Neom, anything else. I think there'll be a big fanfare announcement, and I think that will happen on the 2nd of June because it'll happen in Saudi and it won't happen in the UK.
You mean the advertising or the announcement?
The announcement. I think there'll be an announcement on the 2nd of June. And
in Saudi, not Newcastle.
It'll happen in Saudi because it's all linked with Saudi. So I think it'll happen in Saudi. I don't think it'll happen.
طبعا ملخص اللي يعني تحدثنا فيه مع ديف انه ليش جبنا دان اشورث يعني الان، يعني يبدو انه له حاجه يعني محتاجينه في انهاء الصفقات، لانه اخذنا صراحه اخذنا صفقات اخذت منها وقت طويل. يعني مثلا كيتيكي شفنا الحين زي ما يقول ديف انه راح ناخذه اذا كانت المبالغ صحيحه اللي ذكرت في الاعلام، اذا بناخذه يعني راح ندفع فيه اقل بكثير او بمبلغ اقل ب 17 مليون لو كنا ماخذين جايبينه من الشتاء. طبعا احنا كنا نعرف انه في يناير كان يعني كانت فرصه، لكن الوقت ضيق والاسعار اغلى. قلنا احنا وقتها في الصيف بتصير ارخص لانه في مده طويله للتفاوض وممكن حتى تشوف لاعبين اخرين. فهذا كان من اهم ادوار اشورث. طبعا يعتقد ديف انه دان اشورث يمكن عمل يعني خلف الكواليس. انا ما اتوقع هذا الشيء، لانه اذا طلع اي خبر انك انت تعمل وانت اصلا مع شركه ثانيه، هذا الشيء بيورط او يدخل في مشاكل قانونيه، فعشان كذا استبعد هذا الشيء. عموما ما هو هذا المهم. المهم الان بعد جلب دان اشورث راح تجي ان شاء الله صفقات، ليس من المستبعد على كلام ديف انه يكون الاعلان خلال الايام القادمه. ويقول ديف نظريه مقنعه صراحه، قاعد يعني ازداد اقتناع فيها يوم ورا يوم، انه اعلان اللاعبين لن ياتي قبل الاعلان عن الشركه الراعيه والتيشيرت الجديد. لانه لما تقدم لاعب تبغاه يشيل هذا يقول ليش استفدنا؟ تبغى اللاعب يشيل التيشيرت الجديد مع الراعي. Right, Dave? Because does it make sense to sign or announce a player without the shirt and the new logo?
Yeah. So that's why they're going to be in place before that.
عشان كذا راح نستعجل في موضوع التيشيرتات. طبعا شفنا اليوم كستور صفحتهم في الانستغرام نزلوا انه الاعلان ان التيشيرتات راح تكون قريبا. فانا ما استبعد ممكن يكون حتى تكون بكره او بعد بكره. صح ان قلنا الثاني من جون يعني يوم البنك، يعني لكن في نهايه الامر هو يوم واحد ومو شرط انه يصير فيه الاعلان. ديف يقول انه الاعلان راح يكون على الاغلب بيكون الاعلان في السعوديه، لانه الشركه اللي بتكون راعيه على الاغلب انها تكون سعوديه، فيكون الاعلان في السعوديه مش في نيوكاسل. يعني يبدا الاعلان في السعوديه عن التيشيرت والراعي الجديد. وان شاء الله يعني بعد هذا الاعلان اكيد راح تجي اعلانات الصفقات، يعني صفقات اللاعبين. حتى الحين تكلمنا عن إيكيتيكي. who else?
Before going to somebody else, one of the things that was might be relevant. Yesterday at the Monaco Grand Prix, the Monaco Grand Prix,
Canabria, Canabria from
Grand
Bayern
Prix,
Munich.
the motor racing, Formula One. Yasser Al-Rumayyan was there, as
Monaco.
was Aramco, yeah. So was
you mean the Formula One in Monaco race?
Yeah, Monaco, yeah. So you got the Grand Prix. You had Yasser Al-Rumayyan there. You had Majid was there. Amanda was there. Mirdad was there. They were all in Monaco yesterday for the Grand Prix. Now, if they're all meeting up together, something's coming. Something's coming.
You mean something related to Formula One or Aramco?
It could be Aramco. It could be to do with, but Majid was there as well. So Majid, he's Saudi Gulf. But they were all meeting up in Monaco. In Monaco, they were all meeting up there yesterday. So they'd be working on business deals and announcements that are due to come. And funnily enough, it wasn't Mirdad, it wasn't Amanda, it wasn't Majid, and it wasn't Yasser Al-Rumayyan who announced it was Jamie Rubin who announced Dan Ashworth. Why? Because the other four are out or elsewhere doing something else.
طبعا
Jamie to be the official voice today, not the normal four. Jamie had to take over, so that was spot on. So that's another room. There's obviously something going on with those four. They went here, so Jamie did the announcement. Anyway, more players.
Okay, no, let me translate this part first, please. طبعا ديف يقول انه يعني مستغرب انه جميع الملاك كانوا في موناكو مع الاستاذ ياسر ميان وماجد السرور ومرداد واماندا، كانوا كلهم في موناكو لحضور فورمولا 1. يمكن جيمي روبن هو الوحيد اللي اتوقع بقى في نيوكاسل على كلام ديف، وهو اللي اعلن اليوم خبر دان اشورث، يعني كان هو المتحدث الرسمي للنادي اللي هو اليوم اللي هو جيمي روبن. هذه نظريه ديف، فيقول لك انه اكيد كانوا مشغولين في شيء ثاني. طبعا انا يعني ممكن لا، يعني بس انه شفنا احنا كثير يعني يتم حضورهم للايفنتات هذه الفورمولا. يعني احنا نعرف ان الفورمولا 1 لها علاقه طبعا مباشره مع صندوق الاستثمارات السعوديه في التسويق وما الى ذلك، لكن فكره ديف انه ليش كلهم يعني هالمره تواجدهم كلهم موجودين، فهنا يعني هنا يقول انه اكيد في عقد صفقه او يمكن لها علاقه في نادي نيوكاسل، قرار متعلق بنادي نيوكاسل. Next player Dave.
The next player, it looks like Dean Henderson's that deal will be moving forward very shortly, because Newcastle have announced that Carl Darlow and Freddie Woodman would be allowed to leave soon. So it would suggest that we have someone coming in. It wouldn't make sense if we were going to let our number 2 goalkeepers go out without bringing somebody in. So to me, Henderson looks at a nailed on. Henderson, £15 million for Henderson, but I don't know whether that will include Darlow going to Man United. We don't know what's going to happen, but that's got to be good news as well, that we obviously looking to move on those players who aren't going to be featuring in future.
So Dave, Henderson, Dubravka, who's going to be the third?
It'll be Gillespie.
Gillespie?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was the third anyway. He was the guy who come down from St Mirren, I think it was.
But I thought Woodman. I know what you mean, but I thought Woodman will be loan.
Yeah, a lot of people did. It just hasn't happened for him. It just hasn't. It hasn't happened for him at all. So why keep somebody? We hear that Fraser Foster, who used to be Newcastle's number 1, he's number 1 at Southampton. He's now going to Spurs. He's now going to be going to Spurs. So that leaves a goalkeeping position open in Southampton. So Darlow, Woodman to Southampton, perhaps. You know, these little merry-go-rounds are starting to occur. You'll get somebody moving from one club, and it'll create a space for somebody else to move in, and vice versa. And I think with Darlow and Woodman both going, Henderson must be nailed on to come in. It would not let 2 goalkeepers go if you didn't have a decent one coming in.
طبعا تكلمت الأخبار عن يعني السماح لدارلو الحارس الاحتياطي، وودمان أيضا الحارس الاحتياطي الثالث بمغادرة الفريق طبعا إذا جاهم عروض. فهذا يعني يدل على أنه هندرسون أو تعاقد مع الحارس هندرسون قريب جدا، يعني إعلان الفترة القادمة. وفي كثير يعني أندية يعني حاليا مركز الحراسة مطلوب، كثير من الأندية الإنجليزية قاعدة تصير انتقالات لتقوية حارس المرمى. فيعتقد ديف إنه دوبرافكا ممكن يروح مانشستر يونايتد أو ساوثهامبتون، خصوصا إنه حارس ساوثهامبتون فوستر راح يروح لتوتنهام. Okay, Dave. Now let's talk about Botman.
Botman, yeah, Botman. Let's see what happens there. We've always thought that we were in the prime position to sign Botman. It would now appear, according to newspapers in Italy, that perhaps Newcastle isn't his preferred choice, and it's AC Milan who's his preferred choice. But
I can't believe this.
No, they're thinking that. But newspaper talk, newspaper talk.
Maybe he's a Milan fan.
Probably, yeah. But
we see Maldini. He said, and there is another defenders. We are not just looking for Botman. And you can say that he turned them down.
Yeah, I think no. I agree with you. I can't see Botman going to Milan. I think you come to I think he's definitely still nailed on to come to Newcastle. But like I say, I would just wish some of these deals would start happening.
Yes.
But we need to get these deals done.
طبعا بالنسبة لبوتمان يعني إلى الآن ما في شيء جديد إلا أخبار من إيطاليا إنه اللاعب يبغى ميلان. طبعا هذه أخبار يعني الصحف الإيطالية بالذات خذ وخل، يعني ما فيها، يعني قليل المصداقية فيها صراحة. شفنا حنا إنه اللاعب يتابع النادي من يناير، صرح برغبته بالانتقال نيوكاسل، واقتربت الصفقة يعني من الانتهاء، لكن هي الإشكالية في وقت الإعلان الآن. زي ما قلنا يمكن يكون الأولوية للراعي والتيشيرت، ويمكن يصير لسه المفاوضات أحيانا، الشروط الشخصية، هذه الأمور تأخذ وقت. فهنا تكمن أهمية وجود دان اشوورث، ويكون جاهز إنه يعمل بشكل قانوني الآن. That's for Botman. Anyone else, Dave?
The only other thing that's probably going to be something is Kieran Clark maybe heading to someone in the Championship. So Kieran Clark, one of those first players who
was the Bromwich Albion with the Brosi, or
I don't know. It just said he's always got a pre-contract agreement sorted out, so it might well be Brucey. So
طبعا كيرن كلارك ممكن ينتقل يعني للشامبيونشيب، وممكن يروح لمدرب السابق ستيف بروس مع وست بروميتش البيون، من يعلم. Reunion.
Yeah. And then obviously speaking about Lodi again, Lodi's in the news again saying that they're talking about Lodi and the reason why Matt Targett might not be staying. Targett may be under the pressure from his family to move south, and that he's probably more likely to go to Fulham.
That's Target.
Yeah. So
طبعا
Lodi looks like we're going to be signing Lodi, but let's wait and see until we need these deals done.
يقترب طبعا لودي، يعني حسب الأخبار. يعني احنا لما نقول خبر أحيانا يعني تمشي المفاوضات بشكل ممتاز، بعدين يصير في تعثر لأي سبب من الأسباب، شروط شخصية، زيادة مالية، شروط معينة، فتصير تفركش الصفقة. يعني هذا شيء وارد. لكن ما زالت كل الصفقات اللي فيها نيوكاسل اللي تكلمنا عنها كلها ما زالت قائمة. بالنسبة لودي ما زال أخبار يعني موجودة. تارجت يعني برضو يعني في لسه يعني ما انتهى الموضوع، لأنه هو الخيار يمكن الثاني إذا ما تمت صفقة لودي. أهل تارجت يعني على كلام ديف انه يضغطون على تارجت انه يعني يروحون يبقون في شمال انجلترا، اذا ما جلس في نيوكاسل على الاقل يروح الى فولهام. That's for target. And anything for about Nunez or Moussa Diaby
No,
before we go to fan questions?
nothing about them at the moment. Nothing about. But you've got everybody else shouting for Nunez now. You had all the Man United supporters, all Liverpool supporters shouting for Nunez. You know, because the Liverpool expect Mane to leave. He's going to go to Germany by the looks of it, and they're suggesting that they should go for Nunez. But yeah, I think if Liverpool were to come in for Nunez, I think we'd have a hard job to convince him. Otherwise, Liverpool seem to be the team to
Dave, you can see there is many names. Do you think if we get 3 or 4 of them, the announce will be like every week, one for every week or together?
It would no. I think if because the summer is so short this year because of the World Cup being in Qatar, what will happen is they'll need to get players in as soon as possible, so they won't delay naming players. This is why I think other teams are starting to name their players. It's because we need to get them in and get them ready for the start of the new season quicker. And there's a lot of those players who are going to be on international duty over the next few weeks, so they're going to be playing international games. You've then got to get them in time to play pre-season friendlies and tournaments to get them ready for the new season, which is going to start late July, early August. So we need to get players in. So I don't think announcing players one every week would work. I think it'll certainly be a case of maybe 2 this week and 2 next week and 2 weeks after that, if that happens. But we've got to wait until after the strips of actually and the sponsorship, because that's all going to play a part of the advertising and the so you're going to want those marquee players to be wearing Aramco or Saudi Air or Neom or whoever. You're going to need those players wearing those shirts. So that's what we're waiting for.
Okay.
Sponsors is what we're waiting for. Once they're done, I think the players will come.
طبعا ديف يقول انه احنا سالته عن اعلان اللاعبين، هل بيكون كل لاعب اسبوع؟ لانه في كذا اسم راح يوقع مع نيوكاسل. لكن ديف يقول انه اكيد الان في الفتره هذه بيكون في استعجال من جميع الفرق، فاكيد نيوكاسل منها على التعاقد واعلان اللاعبين رسميا، لانه رزنامه الموسم القادم التاجيل فيها بسبب كاس العالم في قطر في نوفمبر. هذا الشيء بيخلي بيؤدي يعني يجبر الانديه انها تستعجل في التعاقد مع اللاعبين، خصوصا انه الايام الجايه كلها مباريات دوليه، فبيصير في استدعاء، فيدوب الانديه تلحق تلعب كم مباراه وديه قبل الموسم. ديف what do you think طب نروح بالاسئله احنا بعد شوي. what do you think Dan Ashworth doing now?
He's probably on the phone to some of his contacts to see who he can bring in.
يقول لك دان اشورث الحين على التليفون.
He'll be working straight away.
Very cool. So let's talk some comments. I didn't get this, Dave. What's mean? Someone washer is finished here did singing.
What's that? Someone's washer is finished heard it singing. I don't know. I don't know the fuck's idea what that's about.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Is
could
it
be-
joking
could
or
be-
make, I don't know, negative
could be
comment?
a
I'm not really
sports
sure.
version. 2 more days to what? 2 more days until the site until we get the strip sorted out, man.
Okay, Wissam KSA, hello. I want to know when our new season shirt coming up and the sponsorship.
Yeah, 2
We already
days.
answered that.
Yeah, 2 days, I reckon. 2nd of June.
تقريبا ثاني من جون. والراعي الرسمي بدر asking who's the sponsorship. If I know, I will already say, but big يعني everybody talking about Saudi Airlines, but who knows?
Yeah. Surely somebody over there knows. But the news has got to
Yeah,
come from. The news has got
yeah,
to
but
come from.
this one is very hard to leak. يعني, you know, shirts stuff can be leaked from factories or business men in this field, but this things is it's between offices, closed doors. It's very hard too. طبعا سهل تسريبات، يعني بعض الاخبار تسريبها يكون اسهل من غيرها، لكن الراعي هذا يعني اشياء مكاتب وفيها اسهم تطلع، يعني there is the stock market it will go up and down if this announced or be leaked.
Exactly.
So
And this is
that's
why
لانه
we have
بتاثر
to do
ماديا
it.
بشكل كبير، عشان كذا صعب جدا ان فجاه بيجيك الاعلان بشكل مفاجئ. وعلى كلام ديف يتوقع انه الاعلان بيكون من السعوديه لان الشركه سعوديه.
Which is why it'll be left to the authorities in Saudi Arabia to make those announcements because of the effect it will have on the prices of those businesses, such as Aramco, and they would be affected by any announcement, and they certainly would want it announced in Saudi before they announce it in Newcastle. Surely that makes economical sense. Look,
Okay.
you're frozen there, mate.
No, I was looking for Nelly clearance. She said that it means he heard the sound of washing machine. Maybe for the shirts, I'm not really sure. Anyway.
Sports washing. I know.
No, I didn't think he. Anyway, let's ignore it. I don't know what he said.
Seems a bit of a mad one, unless somebody has got a washing machine on in their background and they can hear it, but it's not in my background anyway.
No, I am. Is he hearing mine? I am washing my clothes for work tomorrow. I'm not really ready for work, but what to do?
No, maybe that's what it is.
Last question from okay. اوكي. هل ممكن يكون الراعي الرسمي على الصدر سعودي وعلى كتف شركة ثانية؟ أكيد. Asking can be Saudi on the front and different company on the shoulder. Yes.
Yeah, but what you'll find on the shoulder will be it's got to be a certain type of company. So we've normally had a company that make car tires, and it'll not be. But let's see what happens, because they're also talking about changes to some of the accesses for TV as well. So they're talking Sky, and then we're talking about covering stuff in the changing rooms and stuff like that, so they can have cameras in the changing rooms. Oh, yes, Ruby.
Hi, Ruby.
scaring half our customers away.
Does she knows anything about transfer? Maybe he shared some rumors.
No, she doesn't.
No.
Just
So come back, please, again to the TV thing. I didn't get it. You said Sky?
Yeah, what they're going to be doing, they now want access to managers at halftime for interviews, but they also want access to the changing room at halftime.
I don't think this is going to happen.
No, because managers need to tell the team what they need to do for the second half, not to speak to damn players.
Yes. Yeah, that's not make sense.
Not
Maybe after the game.
Yeah, definitely after the game. But
Anas says here, hello to you and Dave. Thank you, Anas.
can't see. هي
ايوه ايش حاطين خبر في الانستغرام انه راح يتم الاعلان الاطقم. He asking about Castor announcement on Instagram that it's gonna be soon the shirts.
yeah.
All right,
Okay.
Dave, that's all what we have for today. Thank you for input and see you tomorrow on Soon to be Toon.
See you tomorrow.
Good night.
Good night, mate.
شكرا لكم وتصبحون على خير.